There's so many great places along Route 66. I can't wait to see what's up the road today. Good morning from the Mother Road. It's time to get back on it. Today I'm heading from Weatherford, Oklahoma to Amarillo, Texas. Yesterday, driving into Weatherford, we saw Lucille's gas station and the quaint four-room lodging that was there with it. Historically, Lucille's had been there for many years. She passed away some time ago. This facility was built. It is still a modern, brand new facility with very nice, clean rooms. There's a Roadhouse restaurant next to it. You get a 10% discount if you stay at the hotel. Very nice for an overnight stay. I really enjoyed it, and if I happen to be coming back through Weatherford, I will definitely stop at Lucille's. The car is all packed, electronics hooked up. We're ready to go. All I need to do is drop the top. The sun is about to rise in Oklahoma. It is going to be a warm day today, just about 90 degrees. Now the nice thing about Amarillo is the weather front is coming through and it's going to drop at probably a good 20 degrees. Lucille's is right on the Mother Road. Very easy to hop back on and be on our way.
The old highway has now reached the Old West. Vast open spaces, small, sometimes desolate towns, a road worn and beaten over a century, yet still very alive with the exciting spirit of heading over the horizon to something new.
That's authentic Mother Road. You can tell from the curbing on the side.
Founded in 1903 as Washita Junction, this is known as the hub city of western Oklahoma, later renamed after Judge Clinton Irwin. About 8,500 people call Clinton home. It's mostly an agricultural and industrial processing center.
I'm sure you've noticed by now, I have been just kind of blowing past all of the museums. I'm a museum person, but there are so many of them that if I were to stop at museums along the way, I would never get to California. I will stop at a few as we get a little farther out west. A lot of these museums are local in nature. A lot of them are specifically themed, which is fine. Right next door to the Oklahoma Highway Patrol is the Route 66 Museum. You know you're safe here. This one looks pretty good. Too bad it's not open right now. There's how parts of Route 66 were built. Now they have the prerequisite old truck. I like the concession stand. A lot of the Route 66 museums are very similar. I mean, it's Route 66. They're going to have all the highlights, the same highlights. This is one of the things about driving Route 66 through urban areas and little towns. The frontage roads get chopped up, broken up. You don't know if you're supposed to go left, right, this side of the highway, that side of the highway. I have to stop constantly and check and see where I am and where I'm supposed to be going. This particular road, both of them went to the interstate. That's not what I want. All right, apparently I missed a turn in town, so I'll have to backtrack and take that. Illinois, Missouri were exceptionally well marked. Oklahoma, you know, sometimes there's a sign, sometimes there's not. Okay, the road is closed, so now I've got to make up my own detour to get back onto Route 66. Well, just up a way, a right, under the highway. Yeah, we'll get there. Times like this, I'm really happy I'm in the car and not trying to haul a trailer around. I'm traveling about, I don't know, 180 to 200 miles today. But these little detours through these small towns can be really time consuming. And this often is what makes the journey so slow. It's not the mileage, it's navigation. That's the Tornado Dome in Clinton. Well, I guess it's very aerodynamic. Maybe a tornado would go right over it. You do get to see some other parts of the town that you wouldn't along the traditional route. That wall mural back there had the Beatles' Yellow Submarine on it. Who knew? That's not in the guidebook.
Red clay, small knobby rolling hills, fewer trees, scrubbier plants. The land has quickly changed. Once a booming railroad town, Foss now only has about 100 residents. Can you tell the road has just become a lot rougher? I'm sure not the same Matt of Matt's RV Reviews and Liquefied fame we know. Woodrow and Viola Peck were cotton farmers who cultivated a hotel in 1960, but closed shop in 1979. Canute, reportedly named after King Canute of Denmark, is now a quiet small town of about 500 residents that once boasted the world's deepest oil well drilled in 1917. This area's oil and gas, along with livestock and agriculture, are now centered just up the road in the next town, Elk City, population 11,000. Take a look at the concrete awnings on this old hotel, which hosted the 1931 National Convention of the U.S. 66 Association. Western Oklahoma remains proud of its motherroad connection, much of which is original concrete from the very beginning. Despite its size and current relevance, Elk City has ruins of the past like its surrounding ghost town neighbors. Much of the historic downtown is boarded up as we continue west, where the road widens to once handle the volume of through truck traffic that has long since migrated to the nearby interstate. I'm not sure what the recurring fascination with flamingos was about, but the history of western Oklahoma is otherwise housed here at a series of museums clustered together for Route 66 travelers to see and learn more. There's a big map, no doubt put up for the Centennial visitors to confirm we're closing in on the halfway point of this long journey. I seem to be the only current representative of my D.C. area home. It's always fun to be a part of the map. The gift shop is where you enter, of course. The museum didn't strike me as one that I had time for on this trip, and it's not free. So I found a t-shirt I liked and peeked around a little.
Well, they call it the National Museum, although it's really a collection of kind of local, regional museum type things. The nice lady inside said it is getting a lot busier through here, and she almost dreads the summer months. Next month, she said there's going to be 300 cars coming through on some kind of a race event that they're going to have that will pass through Elk City. And she says they just don't have enough help. But somehow I think they'll manage at the museum. It's pretty large, spread out, and it's nice to see that a lot of people are coming out for the centennial year. I did buy a centennial t-shirt. The first 50 miles has been rather interesting. A lot of backtracking and turning around. And now I'm hoping to make up a little bit of time. Not rushing it, but by the same token, at least not having to run into closed roads and that sort of thing. We'll see how it goes.
Despite this stiff, constant wind, driving doesn't seem difficult, although I am in a low-profile car, which certainly helps. Approaching Sayre is Timber Creek Bridge, a truss design built in 1926. It almost seems too much for this small crossing. Sayre is the historic seat of Beckham County, named after Pennsylvania railroad tycoon Robert H. Sayre. I almost missed it, the 1911 courthouse to the far left of westbound Route 66. The courthouse was a prominent cameo in the 1940 film classic Grapes of Wrath. It's another classic motel and sign. Opened in 1959, the Western Motel is 66 years old on Route 66 in the centennial year. It's still open for business with vintage mid-century decor. As we've seen many times to this point, Route 66 has many endpoints, especially where half of the four-lane divided sections are unused and abruptly stop. This portion between Sayre and the next town, Erick, is a long, lonely parallel to Interstate 40, about 16 miles of desolate landscapes and the final dramatic stretch of the motherroad in western Oklahoma.
With all those trees growing along the old pavement of Route 66, that would make a great bike path or something like that. I mean, it is out in the middle of nowhere, but Wow, it just seems like a natural greenway for cycling and walking and that sort of thing. Like a rail trail. Between Sayre and Erick in western Oklahoma, just the eastbound side of Route 66 remains as a two-lane road. The westbound is all overgrown. It's a nice little quiet grove. But this road is abandoned.
Erick nearly sits on the 100th meridian, the line of longitude that serves as the historical border between the Texas Panhandle and Oklahoma. The 100th meridian is the unofficial line marking our entrance to the western United States. Erick has been called the gateway to Oklahoma. That is, if you happen to be driving east. It's the last significant stop in the Sooner State heading west, with about 1,000 residents. Two of its most famous were country music singer-songwriter Roger Miller and actor-musician Sheb Wooley. They're honored with perhaps one of the best artistic portrait murals anywhere on Route 66. Whoops, we can't pass this so quickly. The Sandhill Curiosity Shop is considered to be the oldest brick building in Erick. Owner Harley Russell is known for performing spontaneous live music to visitors stopping by. This is definitely a western-looking town with familiar vestiges of this highway's past glory. Abandoned buildings, motels, gas stations, concrete pads which were once the foundation for vibrant stops along the path into the wide open west. Renowned photographer Samuel Hagen collected what he could find to create his own art installation called, of course, Sam's Town, with a variety of western Oklahoma's past along the motherroad. The absolute last stop is the ghost town of Texola.
Nice brick pattern at the top. How long it'll be up there, who knows?
Here it is, the infamous 100th meridian.
That is the Oklahoma-Texas line. Oklahoma to your left, Texas to your right. You wouldn't know it, except for the change in pavement and this tiny Texas state line sign. There are a couple of Route 66 badges in the middle of the road. Back there is Texola, named for Texas and Oklahoma. Not much to it, as you saw.
And I had always heard everything was big in Texas.
It is full of stickers. GPS is now officially in Texas on Route 66.
Let's help out Texas with a larger intro. As for the road, we continue on the path well traveled, so obviously very well traveled. Follow today's and every day's full-day journey on the Mother Road, end-to-end on GPS 2. See how many of the roadside sites you can spot in the 14 minutes it takes to cover this 200-mile ride. The link is, of course, in this video's description. We've reached our first Texas stop, which has more than a touch of the Irish. Shamrock was named by an Irish immigrant in 1890. The town's nearly 1,800 population swells to over 15,000 each year for the St. Patrick's Day Festival that has been held for decades. Shamrock had true look of the Irish, gaining huge traffic in 1926 with the opening of Route 66, and the town striking oil that same year. Black gold, Texas tea, bringing piles of the valuable greenback to Shamrock.
This is how busy the road is. I mean, I can stop in the middle of the road and take pictures. It's crazy. Nobody behind me. Nobody anywhere.
Some may relish the past, perhaps green with envy, for now most of Shamrock's fortunes have moved to greener pastures. The U-Drop-In Cafe was built in 1936 from Art Deco designs drawn by owner John Nunn. The cafe expanded after a short-lived retail store was closed. The third part of the complex is the Conoco Tower Station, with an iconic steeple to complement the smaller one atop the cafe. It has all been restored, down to every last neon bulb.
McLean, Texas has several points of interest, including several abandoned places like the Dixie Motel and Restaurant and Rattlesnake Sign. There are windmills, Devil's Rope and Route 66 Museum. That's the only museum in the world dedicated to the history of barbed wire. Yeah, it's surprisingly a fascinating story. A very pointed one. Also on display are Route 66 and Texas exhibits and relics from the Titanic. Although we are in the middle of the country, McLean had a direct connection with that historic shipwreck. This location was the first Phillips petroleum station in Texas. It was built in 1929, and it was operational all the way through 1977.
The classic tiny cottage-style station was restored around 1991 by the Texas Route 66 Association.
That actually might be worth something. Another dining favorite along the route, Red River Steakhouse. Cactus Inn Motel and RV Park is an authentic mid-1950s Route 66 motel. It also predates the interstate highway. You know it's authentic. It lives up to its name.
Amid the decay is a well-preserved service station. The 66 Super Service Station is an early gas and garage complex. A plaque reads the station was built by Bradley Kaiser in 1930, then in Alanreed's downtown. It's a bit difficult to picture this as a downtown anywhere, with most every direction very open. Built in 1995, this is the tallest freestanding cross in the Northern Hemisphere at 195 feet. Of course, it's illuminated at night.
I'd send the drone up and fly around it, but it is so windy today. Just not possible.
The leaning tower was never meant to serve as a functioning water tank. It was an elaborate ad for a now vanished truck stop.
Oh, perhaps I can fix it. There, how's that?
The end of the central water conduit extends beyond the tower's legs because it's supposed to be underground, but is instead creating a leaning tripod with two of the tower's four legs.
See the little tower on top?
Down the highway is a mix of roadside art and messaging.
An interesting and colorful roadside something, loosely based around John Lennon's Give Peace a Chance.
As you can see and hear, the wind is exceptionally intense, even for a protected microphone.
Not quite sure what that has to do with it. It resembles a large rodeo ring. You can tell, very windy today. I'm just giving the car a chance. It's about 90 degrees, but with a strong wind, it cools down very fast. Oh, everything's running really well. Not too far from Amarillo, almost there.
That's a big dust cloud. One old motel after another, as clearly Amarillo was and still is a good place to stop for the night.
This is the Route 66 Inn, one of so many hotels along this strip that were so popular during Route 66's heyday. Some may say dated, some may say period decor. But clearly, this has been updated from the old days. Nice modern composite floor, the granite countertops, new fixtures. And the bathroom has all new tile in it. Very nice. And this one's a very good deal too, price-wise. I wasn't quite sure what I was going to be walking into, but on the surface it looks very good. I'll say driving through the neighborhood, it didn't seem like it was the best, but this room is in the very back, it's secluded, and it's also shielded from the highway. Like, my car can't be seen from the road, so that's nice. And in the office I noticed a whole bank of security cameras. So again, this seems like a very reasonable place to stay. Part of the Route 66 tradition. I've reached Amarillo, Texas on a very warm day. A cold front is now blowing through. Changes are coming to Route 66.
We'll let the storm clouds and wind blow until next time, when we continue west on historic Route 66. Safe travels, everyone.